Despite having diamond armor and tools in my hardcore world, my enchants are quite bad. So today, I finally tackle villagers to try and complete my 3 goals of building a villager breeder, making a market, and obtaining the 4 best enchanting trades in the game. So today's going to involve a lot of working with villagers. That all relies on whether we have 2 villagers still alive in this village over here. We should do. I'm going to find them and then just trap them in for now. Anyone in here? No. Maybe they'll be down here? Come on, I need to find someone. Oh, I see someone in here. I need to block your house up somehow. Okay, ooh, no. No, stay inside, stay inside. There we go. That's the first villager. Now we need a second. I see one up there. That can be my second villager. The question is, how on earth do we do this? Right, I'm gonna block this house up. Now we need to get this guy off of the roof. You know, a little bit dangerous. Just come into the house, I reckon. You're a lot safer not on the edge of your roof. And oh, he wants to be on the edge of the roof, but I don't want him to be there. Come on, this way, this way. You know what? Okay, you stay there. We know we've got to. We'll save him there for a little bit later, because now we need to find a good spot for the villager breeder. Once again, I don't want it in the main area, I don't think. Or if I do, maybe have it on this hill. Decisions. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna grab some dirt to terraform this place. Say goodbye to this weird cave, because I'm gonna cover it all up. Does that look somewhat believable? I think it does. Then just to terraform a little bit more up here where the farm's gonna be. Then I had some flat land ready to be built upon, and the material list for this is actually relatively simple. Good thing I built this last episode because I'm going to need a few carrots. We also need a dispenser, which, oh no, I don't know how to craft those. I think it's a bow in the recipe somewhere. That's all I know. We're going to have to pay a visit to the skeleton spawner to get a bow, all the way down this massive ladder. There we go, we've got a bow. Now just to go all the way back up, and it turns out the recipe is that, which I should have the materials for. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, no, wrong way. There we go, dispenser. We also need ourselves some powered rails, and from there I think it's just a bunch of random blocks like minecart, 2 composters. Okay, we now have every single material that we're going to need. It should be a relatively simple build. I'm just going to get straight into a time lapse. So we've built the farm, which was arguably the easier part of this whole thing. The difficult part is obviously going to be the villagers. Let's just set up a rail system here in advance, just like so. And we need to direct this railway all the way over there across that hill. This is not going to be easy whatsoever. Villager number 1 is just over this way. Okay, let's break and enter into this house. Come on, get into the minecart. You know you want to. Right, I'm dropping in from the roof. Hang on. You no longer have a job. Now get in the minecart. Yeah. Oh my god, it's dead. Okay, whoops. Now we have to hope there's another villager alive somewhere. I genuinely don't know if there's any other villagers, so what I might have to do is grab this guy from this village, and then hopefully try and find a nearby village to get my second villager. This is going to be annoying, but it's what we have to do. Minecart for you, sir. Wait there, wait there. Okay, we've linked up all the way to the farm. Now all we need to do is push you over. Right, all the way along you go. Let's see if he can make it without me pushing him. Oh, he might get stuck here. He's come to a stop. All right, let me help him out. I think you should go in. There we go. Now we just need to destroy your minecart. There we go. He's become our first farmer. Now we need to grab our second villager from who knows where. And yep, my memory does serve me correctly. There is another village here. We just need to grab one of these guys. Does this guy have a job? No, okay, this guy doesn't. Let's grab this guy. You are the second villager that we need. This town needs you. No, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. Yes. Now we need to transport him over here, which is going to be difficult, I think. This is making me really want to build a roller coaster at some point. I think it would be fun. Right, this thing is now linked up all the way across. This took like 4 stacks of rails. Let's get this guy into his forever home. If his big forehead would like to move, there we go. No, no. Oh, we're back at the start. Okay, take 2. Oh my god, we've gone back to the start again. Right, this time I've got an idea. Okay, he cannot physically go past here. Let's try that a 3rd time. No, why does it do that? Okay, yeah, let's sleep before a zombie kills you. And he's going back down again, of course he is. Here we go. I think we've done it. Just need to get you up this hill. Yes, at last. It should be smooth sailing from here, hopefully. Let's bring you in. Oh, you're on the other guy's head. You're going to become a farmer. And that is, I think, my job complete. Don't leave. Now, what the tutorial said to do is feed them 8 stacks of carrots. Then we should be able to get some villagers faster. I'm going to 1-up you. I'm going to 2-up you. I'm doing 10 stacks. Then we just need to destroy this massive railway. And now in theory with this farm, what should happen is the babies will fall into here. I don't really know why. And then they'll go through this water stream, hopefully come out. Yes, there's one of them. And then when they grow up, I can push this button and minecart will send them all the way up here. But that is my admittedly very ugly villager breeder setup. Now I want to break up what I'm doing a little bit, and I want to do a little bit of exploring because there are some dyes that I'd like to find and that I need for the market stalls that I'm going to build later in the video. And also I want to get some coal because I'm really running out of coal. And it's always a useful thing to have. So let's get some coal here. Luckily I I've got fortune, so it should be a little bit easier. I'm just always running out of fuel all the time, so this should help. I'm also going to shear tons of sheep on the way, just to minimize the amount of work I need to do at the barn. But anyway, the first color I want to get is some blue and also some yellow. They're going to be the first two colors that I'm going to use. It's going to be light blue, but I've got loads of bones at home to make white dye to make light blue, so we should be good in that department. I then continued my exploration looking for more coal, dyes, and just anything I could find, really. I might also grab some red, but since I'm doing 4 colors, I want to find like a more unique color for the 4th. Maybe something like green, orange, purple, but we'll see what we can find. Ah, here we go. This might be purple, right? Let's see. Pink. Ooh, okay, no, pink could be a really good dye. Whoa, look at this mountain. Hang on, it's kind of obstructed by the trees. Look at that, that looks so cool. I love this game's world generation sometimes. When it doesn't give me what I want, maybe not so much. Ooh, I know I said I was going to turn back, but there's like swamp over there, I think that is. Oh, and I found light blue flowers as well. I didn't even know these existed. And we've got dead bushes spawning in here for some reason. Who knows why? Ah, new block unlocked. Lily pads. This has been a very successful trip so far, even though I'm slightly sidetracked. And as well as all of this other stuff, we've got frogs. Like, I don't really have any leads to take these guys home, but it's nice to see them. We've also got orange flowers. We've got so many flowers over here. I'm taking all of these because I think we're now in a flower forest. Now, this mountainous area is going to be a very prime spot for coal, such as here. Okay, more orange flowers. I think I've changed my mind. I want orange as one of the colors now. And to top it all off, sunflowers as well. Hang on a minute. I've never seen a villager house like this. What even is this? A library. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you. Then we leave you with nothing left in your house. I think I'm having too much fun. This was supposed to be an episode about suffering through villages, but now I'm just like frolicking in the fields, collecting flowers. Oh, and we found the warm variant of chicken. I would bring them home, but I don't have my sanity to spare right now. Oh, we've also found armadillos. We've got the warm variant of pig over there. Did not know mushrooms could grow on a acacia tree. That was a bit random. And I was going to turn back there, but look at what's in front of me. A mangrove swamp. It's going to be useful for a few things. Oh, okay, no, pig, don't do that again. Don't do that again, pig. Anyway, like I said, it's going to be useful for a few things. First of all, mud is actually one of the main blocks in my market stalls, so I should definitely grab some of that. And then I can also grab a bunch of mangrove and roots and all the other blocks that it has to offer. Propagules, something like that. Okay, first of all, let's get the mud. Now we need to find as many of those propagules as we can. I love that word, even though I can't pronounce it. Then, last but not least, let's get some mangrove wood. Hang on a minute, desert here, which means I can grab some of these. What are these? Desert bushes? Tall, dry grass. I didn't even know about half these features. That said though, I think exploration time is over. I literally could not be further from my base if I tried. But yeah, it was fun while it lasted. Let's get back now and prepare these market stalls. No, hang on a minute, I'm not going home yet. Not until I grab some jungle saplings and maybe some bamboo. Oh, I'm getting so distracted, aren't I? Right, let's sleep. This is awful. I'm actually addicted to just running around and destroying the ecosystem. There we go, we've got a sapling. Oh no, inventory's full again. What do I sacrifice this time? Might have to sacrifice the bread, to be honest. I've got melons to last until I get back. Okay, now I promise I'm going home. That actually wasn't too bad of a journey. We are home with a completely full inventory of the most random things, and better yet, on day 100. Yay! Do like a particle, like party popper thing, and like cheering. Yay! There we go. Yay! How exciting is that? The first thing I'm immediately doing is crafting more storage to pop all of these items in that I probably don't need right now. And in the meantime, we figure out what on earth is going on with these dyes. So for each stall, I'm going to say about 15 white wool, because it's going to be a combination of white and then the color. Then we get the first color, which is orange, second color, which is red, the third color of light blue, and then the fourth color of pink. And oh wow, we have just enough. Now I need to figure out how on earth you make mud bricks. You can't just do that, can you? No, okay. Let's see if I can figure this out. Do you smelt the mud? No. So how do you make mud bricks? Okay, I figured it out. First of all, you need to make packed mud, which is mud plus wheat. Good thing for us, I've got this absolutely humongous farm. So then we combine that to get packed mud. Then I believe it's that. Then I believe we only need one more main material, and that is spruce. I'm trying to incorporate some different blocks where I can here. Usually I just stick to this, but I'm using mud today. I used a bit of deep slate over there last time, so hopefully it gives my builds at least a bit of variety. The design I had in my head, because I've got a bit of a design idea, because I've never built anything like this before, so I thought I'd practice it. It includes a lot of spruce, but loads of spruce trap doors, which are really expensive, so that's going to be a pain. I don't think I thought it through that well. And if I'm not mistaken, that should be everything we need. Before we start building though, of course we need to find a suitable area. I'm really not sure about this, because the area sort of just outside my base looks kind of empty. I don't know if right here would be the best place for a market to go. I'm sort of thinking up here, so it's still somewhat somewhat close to my base, and then in a future episode I can build a couple of mini houses here. I think this is going to be a good area. So like always, we need to get terraforming. Oh, there's a fly in my room. Hang on. Go away, please. Oh, you're going out the window. You're going out the window. Hang on. Yes, no, this way, this way. It's gone. We are saved. We are saved. Okay, this area is a bit more of a blank canvas now. I need to find where to put 4 market stalls. Maybe the first one can go here. I'm using barrels, by the way, because that's the block that I'm using for all of the corners. Okay, that's where the first one's going to be. The second one could go over here. I make a bit more space. We could have the third one just up here. And I do appreciate that they're kind of in a line right now. In fact, I think they literally almost exactly are. Maybe we'll move this one back a bit. So I played around a bit more with the barrels until I had 4 market stalls planned out. And there we go. That's the outline of our 4 markets. We have got a bit of an empty space here now. So let's try and fill this out a little bit more just by adding some more terrain. And now let's get to work on building our first market stall. I'm not going to talk you through all of them. I'm just going to talk through this one because it's the first one. Then the others are the same apart from the roof. So we'll do a time lapse for those ones. Let's just begin with crafting a bunch of trapdoors because I know I'm going to need them. So first things first, I'm going to do trapdoor like this, then go into a slab, then go into a stair, then go into a block. So it creates a bit of like a sloping thingy like this. I'm going to repeat something similar on the other 3 sides. Then I need to come in with the supports. So that's going to be a mud brick wall in all 4 corners and then in the middle of the longer sides. Then extend all of these up with a fence. Then we extend on those with some spruce. Then next up, I'm going to come in with some fence gates and just connect all of these pillars together. And I'm pretty sure I need to place trapdoors like all along here. This is the first build of this world that I've somewhat planned out, so I do know what I'm doing and it looks decent. And now we've done those trapdoors, we need to head in with the roof. A mud brick there, there, and then just go all the way up to the middle. Then I'll repeat that on these 2 sides as well. And as you can see, the shape is somewhat coming together now. I think this is going to be where we add the wall. I'm going to do this with the light blue wall. So we'll add white, blue, and then just alternate that up. You may have noticed I left these as empty gaps. That's because these are going to be mud bricks, because on top of it, I'm going to add carpets for like a sloping effect. You can barely notice it, but I thought I might as well do it. And from what we've got so far, I do think this looks really nice. There are obviously some details that we can add, like pots and barrels and whatnot to make this place feel more alive. But for now, that is a very good start. We obviously, unfortunately, still have a lot more to go though. We're only 25% of the way there to be exact. So I'm going to hop into a time lapse and work on building this second market. That is now market stall number 2 complete. I think it does look really nice. It's starting to come together now. Let's just have a look from back here. Yeah, okay, I think that looks nice. I've started work on the other 2, but I haven't really gone any further than just doing this so far. I also planned out the path where I want that to go, and we actually have a lot of open area, so we'll think of what to do with that in a minute. But for now, I want to take a quick break to head over to my villagers, because hopefully there's a couple that have grown up and that we can turn into librarians for some trades. Let's see. Oh, we've got loads in there. Jeez. Let's send the first one through. Yay. That was easy. What we're looking for is either efficiency 5, mending, unbreaking 3, or protection 4. They're going to be the main enchants that I'm after. We've got our lecterns. Let's see what job we can get for him. Oh, I did not know there was a cave under here. Now we just need to do this over and over again. I don't know what's going on. I've got 2 villagers. Neither of them have a job. The lecterns are right there. I don't really know what else I'm meant to do. Placing them down, hoping for the best. Do I need a bed, maybe? I don't know. He's just kind of rocking backwards and forwards. Okay, I'm gonna try something. These villagers just really... Okay, now they're both librarians. Why is it now that I record, they both do as I ask? Maybe they're getting confused if I switch them both out at once. Honestly, I think I'm gonna burn this guy. He's not cooperating. There we go. This might be getting somewhere. What I'm doing here might be some progress. No. Oh, no. Why don't they work? Is it because there's barrels in the build? Is that why? Because they're trying to become fishermen. Right, I'm gonna have to burn you as well, unfortunately. If you don't cooperate, you burn. Looks like I then have to change all of these barrels into something else. I'm thinking, instead of barrels, we could use some chiseled tough bricks. I didn't even know these existed until about 10 seconds ago, so we'll see how they look. Just to give it a bit of variety, because I think right now it looks a bit samey, this entire thing, so if there's anything I can do to break up the color a bit more, then, you know, we can give it a go. But yeah, this has been an incredibly painful experience so far. This is why I put off anything to do with villagers for like 100 days. Okay, let's see if that looks awful or not. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna keep that. Now let's see if our next villager attempt is more successful. We're gonna send one on up, send it through. Let's see if this is an improvement. Why are you shaking your head at me? Bed? Do you need a bed? Oh, green sparkles. Oh, okay. I think we're doing it. I think it's worked. Fortune 3. We've got that on my pickaxe already, so I didn't say we need it. It's efficiency, unbreaking, mending, and protection that we need. There we go. That took quite a while, but we got the first trade that we need, unbreaking breaking 3. Let's go ahead and lock that in. So let's now pop this guy in here. We'll seal him in. This should be okay. I can now put this here. There we have our first villager. Now, initially the villagers were my break from building, but I think I need a break from my break to go back to building. It's come full circle because these villagers are really stressing me out. So I'm actually going to get back to building, and I think I'm going to build these final 2 stalls. Okay, let's get to building. Okay, as you can see, I have done a lot of work, but this is what the marketplace is looking like now. We come in through the entrance, we've got our first stall here. I've moved him down there, but he's still got his Unbreaking 3 trade. I've also added some moss, I've added some patches of flowers and stuff. These sunflowers, which I think are a really nice addition. Barrels, these hay bales, which are like tied down with the rails. We've got our pink stall here, just a patch of like mismatched flowers. And then these are the ones that we just built, the red and white one, and finally the orange and white one. I haven't done the interiors for these. I don't really know what to do for an interior, but I'm here to say that this is looking really, really good. What I do have in my inventory though, just to add some more finishing touches, some polished tough walls and some torches. They won't be torches forever because I'm going to my iron farm now to grab some iron to hopefully craft some lanterns, and with the polished tough wall and a lantern on top, I think it can make for some nice light shade thingies. So, oh my god, look at all this iron. Let's grab some iron, then I can craft up all of my lanterns and add a few in various places. And I think that gives the variety that this area really needed. I will just quickly add some slabs. Oh, I really like this. I really like this area. Next on the agenda though, there's a couple of things that need doing. First of all, we've got 1 villager, but we need 3 more. So I'm probably going to spend a painful hour or 2 of my life dealing with villagers again to hopefully get mending, efficiency, and protection. So villager number 1, you come through, and I just need to rinse and repeat this until I get the trades I need. That took quite a while, but we now have all 4 villagers in. This is our unbreaking guy. Over here we have mending, the one in the red stall is efficiency, and finally the orange guy over here, which was an absolute pain, is protection. With that, I believe there's only one more thing to do, and that is decorate all 4 of these stalls. I'm thinking maybe we can just make the floor out of mud, mix in some mud and like half blocks, maybe that would look nice. I actually forgot you can make mud. It's quite simple. Let's just grab an infinite water source, then I can do this and we have mud. I'm also going to mix in some packed mud, mud brick slabs, and coarse dirt as well. So first things first, we dig out this area, add in the coarse dirt, then go in with the packed mud, and finally mud brick slabs. And now I want to add a chair in each one, so maybe here we can have that with a door on the back and then signs either side, just like so. I think that looks quite nice. And now the final thing I want to do is decorate all of these individually, and I want to make it represent the book that they actually have. The first guy, which is Unbreaking, I'm thinking of maybe some obsidian and just some difficult to break blocks scattered around. So let's go up here to get some obsidian. A few bits should be enough. And I also might grab some deep slate because that's also quite a hard block to break. I don't know, did we just add a couple piles of obsidian and whatnot in here? There. We've got a little stock of obsidian here, a bit of deep slate, maybe a little bit on the outside as well. And this is our Unbreaking stall. The next guy has got mending. Maybe we just steal some of these windows. I mean, it's not like anyone lives there anyway. And then we also grab some iron from our iron farm. This project has been great for the iron farm because this has always been like in simulation distance. And with that iron, we can make a couple of anvils. Yeah, maybe get a few more just to flex my buff a bit. Then I can just place the anvils down. Once again, a couple on the outside. I want to use these bits of glass to show that they're like magic particles, if that makes sense. Have like one up here, something here, and then just out the front here. On to stall number 3, which is efficiency. I don't really know what to do for this. Let's see what I've got. Okay, this might be a stretch, but what if we go for some minecarts and rails because they're like efficient methods of transport? Okay, stay with me here. This is so dumb, but you know what? We're going with it. I can't think of anything else. There you go. Who knows why we've got this, but we do. Just scatter some rails about, I guess. And then last but not least, we have... Where is... Oh, he's back here. Protection should be quite simple. I think I'm going to get some armor stands and then just display some armor. I think this is how you do an armor stand. Yes, it is. Okay, we'll grab a couple of those. Then I suppose we can just craft a bit of armor. And I really don't want to craft diamonds. I'm going to have to do it I'm gonna have to commit to it. Oh, this is awful. Okay, I've used like all of my diamonds apart from one. That's horrible. I don't know why I did that. Then I can just place an armor stand outside. That one's empty. And then place a couple in here. This one can have the diamond armor, and this one here can have the iron armor. With that, all 4 stores are officially completed. This episode was more about setting up things for the future as opposed to actually using these to get some tools, but hopefully in a future episode we'll definitely use these villagers a lot more and maybe even get some more villagers. Thank you for watching, and if you want to watch episode 4 where I built this beautiful barn over here, then you can click the video on screen now.